Hello, I'm Chris Ream. This is Life Insurance Guy Live, where every other week we come on and do a live broadcast and talk about all the interesting questions that come up in my practice day to day. For this episode, I've asked Carmen Feinberg to come in and interview me about the launch of this new website, lifeinsuranceguy.com. So Carmen, take it away, please.
Okay, so the first thing I want to know, what is your brand promise for Life Insurance Guy? What makes you different?
There's a huge competition today and a giant commoditization of buying life insurance on the internet. Get the lowest quotes, and it's expensive to get the Facebook ads and to get the Google pay-per-clicks, and there's some giant money behind it. So that's not the area that I want to be in.
Because nothing really is for free, right?
Well, I think that can serve a really important purpose by getting people, the best coverage for the cheapest price in a very fast and efficient way. That's what the internet's for. I mean, that's putting the buyers and the sellers together in a very efficient marketplace. That's a good thing for the world. That's a good thing for capitalism. But what Life Insurance Guy Live is about, this is for the people who want an expert advisor involved. These are for people who know that by engaging with somebody who is an expert and with a lot of experience at designing and acquiring and underwriting life insurance, that they're going to get a better result than just by getting a quote from a machine online. So my brand promise and my commitment is to make it very easy not to waste your time so that you don't waste my time, that we get right to business, ask and answer only the questions that are required to get the job done. But it's really a marriage of technology and human being know-how. So I like to talk about the example, something called freestyle chess, where chess players have a tournament, but you're allowed to use a computer to help you. Now, there was a time back about 10 years ago where an average chess player, a good club chess player rated about 1,800 plus a computer, could beat any grandmaster in the world and could beat any computer in the world. So you put the human and the computer together, and it's more powerful than the most powerful computer or the smartest human.
That's right.
And that's kind of the concept of what I'm building with lifeinsuranceguy.com. Is we're using technology. We're doing Zoom meetings. We've got automatic underwriting. We've got accelerated underwriting capabilities. We've got a lot of artificial intelligence to get answers back. But there's a human involved that says that's not such a good idea, and to make sure that we ask the right questions and design the policy and the overall plan. How does that life insurance policy fit into your overall financial and estate plan? That's really the key. Yeah. No computer's going to really be able to do that.
So that takes me to the next question I have for you. And I think that when you talk about your brand promise, it's what differentiates you. And you have two guiding principles that you really abide by and start every conversation with, as far as I know. So what are those two principles?
Yeah, the two principles are, what a concept, right? It's what are your goals and objectives? What is it that you want? What are you trying to accomplish?
That's the human part that comes into the equation.
Yeah, because, computers do what you tell them, not always what you mean.
Right.
And so when someone asks you a question like, why do you want this insurance? How much does it take to support your lifestyle? Do you have a mortgage? I've got an example we're going to use today of a CPA who just bought out a practice from the older partner who started it. And he has an $800,000 loan that, should he die prematurely, he wants to pay that off. So it's important to ask the right questions and to get people clear on their goals and objectives. Most professional advisors jump right to the solution. They don't ask, what is it that you want to accomplish? Perfect example. Do you have a charitable intent? I would ask someone coming in for an estate plan, and they would say, I kind of give to the church, and, I give to the, I make a donation here and there, but I don't really have a charitable intent. Okay, cross that off.
Right.
But if you ask the question, if you only had two options, one would be to pay $1 million of estate tax, or the other would be to direct that $1 million to all the charities of your choosing, which would you prefer? And you get a different answer.
Right.
So it's how you ask the question.
And specifically what question you ask.
And you have pointed out a number of times through the last 6 months that we've been doing this. Whenever I'll kind of ask you a setup question, and then the answer is, there's not a lot of yes or no answers in anything that's advanced, right? So it always depends on your circumstances, which really comes down to what is it that you're trying to accomplish.
That's right.
And if you forget what it is that you're trying to accomplish, you're not going to. I mean, any road. What's the Yogi Berra says? If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there.
But I think that's what your brand promise is and differentiator is. You help ask the right questions to make your clients think about what their goals and objectives are. Even
Right.
if you have to pull it out of them sometimes because they haven't thought about it in the terms you're asking.
Yeah, it's asking the right questions, and it's also helping them to make it their idea, not my idea. So if I said, Carmen, do you want some more life insurance?
No, not really.
Why don't you need any life insurance? But if I said, Carmen, if you were to die prematurely, is there anybody that you care about that would suffer financially?
Right.
Well, I just framed that question in a different way, and you might have a different answer to a question like that.
That's right. All right, so let's go to the second differentiator. What is your second differentiator?
Yeah, the second differentiator, again, this should be blatantly obvious to anyone, but it's not. And it's the curse of our profession that we try to show people how smart we are. We don't think our clients are going to understand the options. We're trying to impress other advisors involved in the case that we know more about intentionally defective, irrevocable trust than they do. And so we don't really help make sure our clients understand their options. So the secret number 2 to how I deliver my planning and deliver my insurance services is I make sure people understand their options. And it's an education process.
That's great.
So it's given these set of circumstances, would you rather do A, B, C, or D? What's the good, the bad, the ugly, the cost, the risks, the rewards?